morning. Hi there. How you doing? Just trying to... I moved this camera. Don't even know if you can see all of my map there. Okay, that's there. A little bit off screen. That's okay, isn't it? You can see most of me. So, it's Monday morning. And it is 1 minute to 10. Who's going to join me today? Who is going to join me? Sue Tinkler is online. Jan McMillan, Ali Hughes. Hello, ladies. Oh, beautiful day in Spain. I'm not getting to it because I know it's going to be a little bit up and down. Unbelievable, isn't it? If you ever known Spain to be like this, but we have had some gorgeous days over the weekend. My perfect temperature used to be like 27 degrees when I was probably in my 20s. And now it's maybe 17. Haven't used phone today, so I'm a little bit smaller today, Ali. Okay. Hey Brenda, hi Michelle, morning Jan, hey Frida in Galpi, hola, hola. We all ready for our yoga? Did you have a nice restful day yesterday from your yoga? I know loads of you joined Sarah for her online fit class at 11 o'clock. Oh my God, do you know Sarah got over 200 people watching live at yesterday's class? Isn't that phenomenal? She's had over 1,000 views on yesterday's fitness class. I think she did boxing yesterday, I'm not sure. I missed it yesterday because I was gardening, but oh my word, that's just phenomenal. Michelle, good morning. Have to do catch up later as the varnish. I have the varnish tin out, okay. Doing some DIY, Michelle, okay. No problem, you can catch us later. Morning, Ruth. Morning, Sue. Sue from London. And this lady is a superstar, so the amount of exercise she normally does in her gym week when the gyms are open. Phenomenal. Good morning from London. Love that. What time are we? We are 1 minute past 10. How's our energy today? Morning, Lorraine. So we've got Ireland, Scotland, England in the house, Spain. Have we got anyone live from Belgium or Netherlands today? Yeah. Is Kathy there? No, Kathy is not here. She is doing her daily Spanish Duolingo. That's what she does in the mornings when I'm teaching this class. She does a Duolingo. Mum is going to have a heart attack when we get back to doing our normal classes in our classroom environment because she's actually not done any yoga with me at all in this whole period. Morning, Valerie. Hi, Caroline. Yeah. So Mum's routine is breakfast and Spanish. My routine is breakfast and here with you. Good morning, Brenda. So I hope you're all keeping safe wherever you all are. Hope you're all staying home and being good people. Morning, Fiona. Can't join you this morning. Working. Enjoy your class. Thank you, Fee. Yeah, you do Duolingo too. I know I should, Janet. I know I should, but I don't, but I should. Right. Okay, shall we start? Shall we start? We are going to make it up as we go along. We are going to do some standing, breathing exercises. Hi, Daryl. Oh, thank you very much. We are going to do some standing, breathing exercises. We're going to do a little bit of flow. We're going to come down on the floor, maybe do some cobras, and we'll take it from there. We'll see how much time we've got today. Good morning, gorgeous Jane. Okay, let's do this. Let's get on the feet and start working with our breath. So, put a little post up today just before we started here. Just to tell you the things I look out for in a classroom environment when I'm with you, either on a one-to-one or in a room. It's like things I observe in a classroom is first and foremost your breath. I'm always saying, are you breathing? feel your breath. Let your breath be your guide. I can't hear you. I can't see your jaw clenching or that your lips are tight when we're practicing here. So I really want you to be observant of your breath. Really want you to be guided by your breath. So we're going to start feet slightly apart, the thighs. Inhaling, nice deep breath all the way from the belly. Inhaling to the top, exhaling completely. Inhale as we lift the arms to the sky, breathing in. Exhaling, palms down, breathing out. Inhaling. So we're breathing in and out through the nose. Exhaling. If you can, obviously if your nose is blocked, you need to be breathing through the mouth. But wherever we can, we breathe in and out through the nose. I know lots of people have problems with exhaling through the nose because we're always taught to breathe out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, out through the nose, wherever we can. Inhaling, lifting the arms. Exhaling, palms to thighs. So we're going to involve the legs. Inhale, lift the heels off the floor. Exhaling, heels back down. Inhaling, heels lifting up, arms to the sky. Exhaling, coming back down. So let your breath be your guide. Inhale, lift you as if filling up a balloon, rise into the sky. Exhaling, slowly lowering. So you're going to feel the muscles in your feet, your ankles, around your knees, your thighs. Exhaling down. Maybe the muscles in your bum, your belly, all working to help stabilize you. One more time. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, heels to floor. Keep the feet on the floor, palms in front. Inhale, open those arms out, shoulder height. Exhaling together. Inhaling out, shoulder height. Exhaling together. So as we breathe in, just feel the breath fill up the chest. Exhaling. So I imagine the breath going all the way from the chest out to the fingertips and back. Feel that you've got a big ball of energy in between your hands and you're just letting that energy expand and then you're squeezing it together. Inhaling. Exhaling, bring the hands together, interlock the fingers to the heart and inhale, push the palms up to the sky. Exhaling to the heart. Inhaling, palms up to the sky. Exhaling to the heart. Inhaling, palms up. So lift the rib cage high from the waist. Exhale down. If you want to take a little back bend, you inhale, lift up. Pushing into the floor, bend the knees. Exhaling down. You can look up to the sky, or if that doesn't feel good on your neck, keep the chin lowered, keep the neck long. Exhaling, back bend from the upper part of the back. Down, hands all the way down. Lifting that right arm up to the sky. Nice and tight. Exhale over. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Keep weight on both feet. So you really need to keep this right foot down into the floor. Morning, Jules. Inhaling. Exhaling. So you want to feel a stretch through the waist, and it doesn't matter if you don't get over very far. So arm by the ear, we're lengthening. So what we don't want is bum coming out and reaching forward. We want it nice, straight. So imagine the wall, shoulder blades and hips, and bring that arm all the way down. Arm lifting up, pelvic floor. Exhale to the left, to the right, sorry. Inhale, reaching up. Exhaling over. I can see lots of little messages appearing on my screen, but I'm too far away to read them. Exhale. I know that is Jules, because I can tell by a little colour of her profile pic. Zipping up all the way, so weight even on both feet. Feel this stretch in the side. Keep this belly tight. It's going to protect your back. So you don't want to relax your belly, because then your back is going to take all the strain. Oh, it feels good to open the side body. One more time. Beautiful. Bring those hands together and let's do our flow. Inhale, down, out and up to the sky. Exhale to the floor. Bend those knees. Let your chest drop over the thighs. Inhale, halfway up, shoulders are back. Exhale all the way over. Inhale, push into those feet, pull in your belly, lift the arms to the sky. Exhale, back to the heart from the side. Inhale, down, out and up. Exhale, bend those knees, release to the floor. Halfway up, lengthen the spine, shoulders are back. All the way over, breathing in and out through the nose. Inhale, the inhale lifts you all the way to the top. Exhale, the heart. Inhaling down, out and up. Oh. Halfway up, shoulders back, spine is long. All the way over, nose to toes. And all the way up, belly is in, arms reach high. Exhale back to the heart. Inhaling down, out and up. Exhale to the floor. Halfway up, shoulders back, spine is long. All the way over, nose to toes. And all the way up, belly in tight. Exhale back to the heart, just feeling that opening through the hamstrings, through the back. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, fold forward. Inhale, just allowing our body to open in its own time. Exhale all the way over. Inhaling all the way up, thighs strong, belly strong. Exhaling to the heart. Inhaling. Exhaling. Halfway up, shoulder blades back towards the hips. All the way over, nose to toes. And all the way up, belly in, arms are high. Exhaling to the heart. Last one, inhaling. Exhaling to the floor. Halfway up, shoulders back. Exhale all the way over. Inhaling all the way to the top. Exhaling to the heart. Release the arms, release the hands. Take the feet slightly further apart so the outside edges of the feet are parallel are level with the outside of the edges of the hips. And I know some of you have gone like this, your hips aren't that big. Bring them a little bit closer. Hands on the hips, bend those knees, push the bum away. So from the side, knees are bent, bum goes back, heart is forward. Spine is nice and long. Few breaths in. Okay, so we want belly and rib cage to rest against the thighs. So you need to bend your legs as much as you need to rest your upper body against the thighs. So you're going to go belly, rib cage against the thighs. Slide these hands down to take hold of the lower legs. Elbows are into the sides of the knees. So not taking these elbows out to the sides. They're tucked into the sides of the knees and they're pointing towards the back of your mat. Your neck is relaxed, so no tension in your neck. We're going to be here and breathe. Remember, if you have unmedicated high blood pressure or vertigo, you want to keep your head a little bit lifted. You can still get this hamstring stretch, but we're releasing down if
you have no medical issues. Neck is relaxed. Jaw is relaxed. Breathing in and out through the nose. So every inhale, you want to feel as if you're trying to lift up from your tailbone, as your tailbone is being drawn up towards the sky. Every exhale, you want to be bending your elbows a little bit deeper. Relax the neck, crown of the head towards the floor. And then we're going to bring the hands all the way down to the floor. So bend your knees as much as you need to. Step those feet back. Knees to the floor. Shoulders over wrists. Hips over knees. And we're going to do a little cat-cow. So we inhale, belly down, shoulders to hips, heart is forward. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Inhaling, heart forward, hips high. Exhaling, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhaling, shoulders back towards the hips, bum is high. Exhaling, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhaling. Just feeling this movement through the spine. It's really waking up the spine. To release any lower back pain. Just loosen up any tension in the back and in the neck. We don't want to overextend the neck. Shoulders are back, hips are high. You don't want to lift your chin really high and compress the neck. So your neck is just lengthening. Exhale, round it up, pull the belly in. And inhaling. One more time, rounding the spine. And inhale. And release. Okay, we're going to come all the way down onto the floor. Belly is down. Okay, so first of all, find length in your spine. So I think my toes are off camera here, so I've got all 10 toenails down onto the floor. And then I kind of crawl my rib cage up the mat so I feel space between the hips and the lower ribs. So the waist is nice and long. So you don't want to feel that the spine is compressed. Excuse me. And then I'm going to bring chest down onto the floor. So if you have any lower back problems, any disc or vertebra problems in your lower back, you're going to keep the legs a little bit wider. If your back is healthy, bring the thighs together, bring the big toes together to touch. And if you're really strong in your back, press your heels together, the inside. So naturally, when we're relaxed, we want the heels to drop open, but if you want to bring more posture, big toes together, heels together, thighs together. Remember, legs wider if you have any back issues. I'm going to bring the hands and slide them down towards the waist. So often we say take the hands by the chest. People think the chest is up here underneath their shoulders. So you're going to slide down so those elbows pop up. Squeeze the elbows in towards the rib cage. And as we inhale, I'm going to press the pubic bone down into the floor, lift the chest, lift the ribs. Exhale to lower. Inhaling to lift. Rib cage. Exhaling to lower. It doesn't matter if you don't come very high. Maybe you only lift an inch. That's amazing. If you're using the right muscles, exhale to lower. So you really want to feel engagement in your back. Inhale. Your belly is active, so don't relax your belly muscles. Exhaling down, working with the breath. The inhale always lifts you. And the belly muscles are active. These abdominal muscles. Draw them in again to release the back. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale, we're going to lift and we're going to hold it here. Okay, so you've got a choice. If this is too much, this feels a little bit too challenging today, keep working with your breath. Keep moving up and down with your breath. But if this is feeling good, hopefully pressing into the floor, the tops of the thighs, with the pubic bone, the front of the hips, the lower belly, lengthening through the lower back. And I'll be able to take the hands off the floor. Few breaths, lengthen through the neck. So you don't want to lift the chin up because you're going to compress the top of the neck. So lengthen through the crown of the head. Few breaths. And all the way down, nice and slow. Keep control of the belly. Oh, okay. What is to help rehabilitate any back problems or cobra, but we don't want to call disc dump. We don't want to dump down into the lower back. We need to make sure this lower back is long and our work comes from the midsection to the upper back. So, I'm going to stay with our cobras, a little variation. I'm going to take the hands behind the back, interlock the fingers and the heels of the hands together. So let me show you. You want hands like this. So we don't want to go like this. We want to go like this. Heels of the hands together, squeezing together. Okay, shoulder blades squeezing towards the spine. Heels of the hands together. We inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, we lower. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling to lift. Pushing those hands towards the heels. Exhale to lower. Inhaling to lift, hands towards the heels, shoulders back. Exhaling to lower. Inhale to lift and let's hold it there. Shoulder blades squeezing back. Hands towards the feet. Spine is long, neck is long. One, all the way down. Did you remember to breathe? So when we hold our posture, we're not holding our breath, okay? We're just holding the posture. We're breathing in and out through the nose. Hands down by the palms are up, backs of the hands, palms are up. You can rest the chin on the floor or the forehead on the floor. One of the reasons why it's always good to have your own yoga mat. So if you go to classes when we're free to roam again, it's your own mat. You really don't want to be pressing your face into a mat where somebody else has been sweating on or their smelly feet have been. So most people do come to class hygienic, but still, you know, just as a matter of hygiene, always best to have your own mat. So we're going to lift the right leg. So on the inhale, lift that leg off the floor, but notice the hip. So not to get that leg high. Get my leg really high if I move to the side, but I want this hip bone to stay on the floor. Exhale. Inhale to lift. Think about length more than height, so really reaching away with those. Exhale to lower. Right leg. Thigh off the floor, so this leg stays straight. We're not bending the knee. Leg stays straight. Think about length. And we bring it down. Left leg, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Right leg, inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. Left leg inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. Right leg inhaling. Exhaling. And left leg. So if this is feeling challenging, have a little rest or stay with the single leg lifts. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, both legs and the chest off the floor. So we inhale both legs, chest, hands reach down towards the feet. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling both legs, hands reaching towards the feet. Exhaling to lower. Remember, we don't want to crunch the neck. Inhaling, so we're not lifting the chin, it's not going to help. We're lengthening out the crown of the head. Bring it down. 2 more. Inhaling, pubic bone pressing into the floor. Exhaling, we don't need to come very high. You're working with your own comfortable limits. Inhaling, lift up. And exhaling to the floor. Bring the hands to the chest. Tuck the toes. Press up onto the knees. Bring your bum towards your heels. Stretch those arms forward. And give that back a nice stretch. If it feels better for you to widen the knees, you can bring the belly and chest between the thighs. So really get that stretch. Really reach those hands as far away as you can. Feel the muscles lengthening the spine. Few breaths. And then walking your hands back towards your knees. Lift the head, lift the chest. Bring those legs in front. Hey Lou. Lou's watching. Lou's also doing some great HIIT classes and Pilates classes online as well. So there is so much out there for everybody right now. There's like, just pick a class of your choice. And there's somebody out there who is giving free classes. So now is the perfect opportunity to try classes you've never tried before. So I'm sitting on the midsection of my sit bones, it's flat bit sit bones, lengthening up the spine. Shoulders back and down, and I've got hold behind my knees here. Some of you will know what's coming. So I'm going to walk these heels back towards the bum. And notice as I walk the heels back, I tip back into the back of my sit bones. Spine is long. So again, I'm trying to keep belly and rib cage towards the thighs. Okay, and I want you to think nipples towards knees. So shoulder blades are back, nipples towards knees. This is going to really lengthen up the spine. We're going to lift one foot off the floor. So heel and knee in line. And we'll change. Lift the other foot off the floor. And change. And change. And change. And look, at some point during this, both feet are off the floor at the same time. So why don't we just keep them off the floor? Spine is long. Pelvic floor lifting, belly active, shoulders back and down, nipples to knees. Breathe. Relax your jaw, peel the tongue away from the roof of the mouth and know that's where it's stuck. In and out through the nose. Few breaths. And bring those feet down, hug the knees in. A little squeeze. Okay, that was a trial run. Just to remind you of your breath, so remember to breathe. Okay, hands behind the knees, rocking back slightly, lift those feet off the floor and take the heels up. Pelvic floor up, belly in, shoulders back and down, in and out through the nose. Release those hands up, reach for your feet. If it's too much, take 2 fingers behind the knees. If it's too much, take hold again behind the thighs. Even though you're using your arms, you're still using your abdominal muscles and your hip flexors to keep those thighs up there. Really reach out. A few breaths. Wow. Bring them in, hug them in. Woohoo. I can feel this in my hip flexors. So this big muscle that wraps from your lower back all the way around the hips, attaches to the top of your thigh there. That's the muscle responsible for bringing our upper body and our lower body together. So if you're feeling this at the top of the thighs, it's part of this muscle here. You enjoying this, Frida? Yeah. Okay. Take hold, third a time. Heels. Stay here if this is where you're at today, or we can reach for the feet, or you can straighten those legs out. So I'm pushing in my heels, straighten those legs. Now I'm feeling the wobble and shake, so everything is on fire. Again, think nipples to knees, spine is long. Push your way through the heels. Feel little shakes in the thighs and the belly. Whoa. Breathe, relax the jaw, hug those knees in. Oh my wordy. Okay, I'm going to move to the top of my mat. So my toes are right at the top of the mat. I'm going to bring my bum in a little bit closer. I'm going to do one more for the tummy. Spine is long. Arms are out. I'm going to start to slowly round the floor. So here, I'm going to scoop the belly in. So belly button towards the spine. Really scoop in. Belly button towards the spine. And we start to lower vertebra by vertebra. Chin towards the Find that place where your body wants to dance. Find that shimmy and shake. That little tremor and trembling is normally just before your shoulder blades come to the floor. I've still got all 10 toes on the floor. I'm feeling this wobble now right through the belly. All through those abdominal muscles. Haha, we'll be out by summer. We need summer bodies. Yeah, and all the way down. Oh my wordy. Bring your knees into the chest. Have a little rock side to side. So if you're really feeling this in your back, if your back muscles are, kind of screaming at you right now, you haven't been zipping up through the front of the body enough. Okay, so come down to the lower level, right? Don't push yourself. So again, if we were in class, I would be able to tell if someone is taking a step too far and be able to advise to come back a level. So don't be a hero. Listen to what you're telling you. Don't let your ego take over, because ego causes you injury. So let's do a few bridge. Feet on the floor, knees are bent. So feet are hip distance apart. So remember, that's only a small space, hip distance. They're not wide as the mat. They're quite close to the bum. So you want, I can't actually see, you want a heel underneath the knees. Hands down by the sides. And I'm going to just push into the elbows and bring those shoulder blades together and then back down onto the floor. Pushing into the feet as if you're trying to push the feet down and forward. So you're going to push into the feet and the bum lifts off the floor. If you're pushing down into the floor enough, your bum is going to lift naturally. So you're going to keep pushing down and then start to activate those leg muscles. So lift the thighs, lift the hip bones, lift the belly button up towards the sky. And then I'm going to tuck my shoulders under a little bit more and push down into my shoulder head. So these big muscles, the top of the shoulders, push down into the floor. It's going to lift the chest off the floor. And exhale, going to lower all the way down from the shoulders, the back, vertebra by vertebra, down towards the floor, tailbone last thing to touch. And we push the feet into the floor. We lift the bum, thighs come to the sky. We lift the hips, we lift the belly. We lift the rib cage, we lift the heart. And exhale to come down, vertebra by vertebra. Now if you're coming quite high on your shoulders, please make sure that you're looking up towards the sky. You don't want to be turning your head on an angle to see the screen when we come up onto our shoulders, because it's going to put some pressure on the neck. Inhaling, lifting. So chin is center, gaze towards the ceiling, push down into the shoulders, exhaling all the way down. Okay, now I know what's going to be happening with some of you. As you lift up, your knees are going to be coming apart. So I want you to squeeze your thighs together to keep the thighs parallel. Now if you have a block or a cushion, It's good to place this between the thighs and really squeeze against that. So we're going to inhale, lift up, push down into the floor with the feet, push the knees forward, lift the thighs, lift the hips, lift the belly, lift the ribs, lift the chest. Let's hold it here for a few breaths. So legs are working hard. You should be feeling this in your thigh muscles and your leg muscles, not in your back. Your legs are doing all the work. Your back is just flexing. Feel the flexibility in the spine. The shoulders are pushing into the floor. We're breathing in and out through the nose. Squeeze those thighs together. Don't let them drop open. And all the way to the floor, vertebra by vertebra. Oh, nice. Take that block to the floor. Cross that right ankle over the left thigh. So it's coming just above the knee, and this right knee turns out towards the side. We're going to lift the left foot off the floor. Take the hands between the legs, so it's going to come around the left thigh. So both hands take hold of the left thigh. So it doesn't come on the outside of your right thigh, it goes on the inside of your right thigh. Take hold of that left thigh and hug it in. You want shoulder blades to stay against the floor, and you want your neck to be long and your head against the floor. I know when some people struggle to get hold of their thigh, they end up doing this, and it's a big strain in the neck. So if your head is lifting off the floor, if your shoulders are off the floor, take a block or a cushion underneath your head so you can keep the neck long. You don't want any strain in your neck at all. Going to hug that thigh in. You should be feeling nice stretch in the glutes, in this piriformis muscle in here, maybe in the outside of the thigh. It's a really nice hip opening stretch, and it's really good for sciatic relief if you suffer with sciatica due to piriformis muscle tightness in the glutes. This is a really good relief for that. Okay, going to take the left foot back down to the floor. Going to lift that right foot to the sky. Push through the heel. Take hold of that leg wherever you can reach. So I've got locked. So if your straight leg is here, that's okay. You can take hold top of the thigh. Maybe you can come a little bit closer. Maybe you can take hold of the calf. Maybe you can take hold of the big toe. But don't reach for the big toe and compromise this stretch in the leg. Really push through that heel. So I've got a little bend in the knee here, but because I'm reaching up through the heel, I can really feel a stretch from my glutes up into, from the top of my hamstring all the way and down into the calf. So hopefully you can feel that as well. Please don't reach for the big toe if it's going to compromise your posture. You can take hold of the calf, shoulders on the floor, take hold of the thigh. Still a really good stretch. I'm getting as much of the stretch here as I am holding the toe. And hug that knee into the chest, little squeeze. Oh, that feels good. Take the foot to the floor and cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Just let that left knee drop out to the side. So you'll find already a difference in your hips just in this posture. So my left hip is much tighter, hasn't got that movement in it. And you know what? Hip bones are different shapes, so our body is not completely symmetrical. So it might be that on one side your socket joint sits much tighter around the ball of the femur, the ball of the thigh joint. So there's not as much movement in there because that socket joint is tight. So it might not always be to do with muscular and flexibility. It might be to do with how your bone structure is made up. So again, don't force it, just work with it. So I know this left hip is tighter, this knee doesn't drop open quite so much. I'm going to bring this right foot off the floor, take hold of the right thigh, hug it in towards the chest. Really feeling it this side. So again, make sure there's no strain in your neck. Use a cushion or a pillow or a block if you need to underneath the head. Hug in that thigh. Few breaths. Oh, it feels nice. It's one of these like sweet discomfort, I like to call it. It's not painful. It's not kind of uncomfortable, but oh, you really feel it's like, oh, it's kind of like a nice stretch. Okay. Take that right foot on the floor. Lift that left foot to the sky. Flex the foot, so push away with the heel, toes down to the floor. Taking hold of the thigh, the calf. So again, this hamstring, even all on the left side here, is much tighter than on the right side. So I could possibly reach my toes here, but I feel like I'm twisting a little bit, shoulders off the floor. So it's not worth it. Again, reaching for the toes is not important. Just find your place and be happy there. Just breathe into it. Let the body open in its own time. And then hug that knee into the chest. What time is it? Oh, okay. And then with this left knee hugged in, we're going to extend that right leg out, but I'm not going to touch the floor with the heel. I'm going to hover off the floor so that right foot is flexed, toes drawing back towards the shin, heel pushing away. It's because it feels good. And we're going to change opposite side. So I hope you feel like you've got a little all over body workout today. Certainly opened up the back of the body with our flow and our forward folds. And spine with our cat and cow, and some back strengthening with our cobras and Shalabhasana, Bhujangasana and Shalabhasana, locust pose. We've worked the front of the body with our boat pose. And we've stretched into the glutes. Hope you've enjoyed this. Bring both knees in, have a little squeeze. Be on the floor. And just let the knees drop to the right. So I'm going to place left knee on top of right knee, just to get this little twist up the spine. Left shoulder staying on the floor. Your arms can be out straight, shoulder height, palms down. Or you can take goalpost arms. I actually like to keep mine on the rib cage and both shoulders on the floor. Feeling this little twist through the ribs, through the spine, the waist. Bring them centre and over to the other side. Right knee on top of left. I feel like we could have done an hour's class today. But I know a lot of you whiz off to Sarah's at 11 o'clock, so I want to give you time to have a little breather, a little rest, grab a cup of tea or coffee, your drink of choice, and come back to centre. You can stay here for your relaxation, so you can take those legs out towards the floor, palms towards the sky, let the shoulder blades drop down towards the floor. You can stay right here for a few moments, as long as you like. Or you can bring yourself up to seated. Just feeling the breath. I'm going to take hands behind the back, take hold of one wrist with the opposite hand. Let the head and chest drop down towards the floor. Always finishing my practice with a moment of gratitude. So every day, think of your gratitude. Think at the beginning of this series of that I was suggesting that you have a little journal to write your daily gratitudes down. It's really good for the mindset. So gratitude first and foremost to yourself, because you are an amazing human being. Gratitude to your yoga practice for showing you and creating you space in your body and space in your mind. And to think of someone or something in your life that you feel grateful for today. I'm going to lift the head and the chest. Bringing the hands together at the heart. If you're here with me, if you're still on the floor in your relaxation, please just stay there. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I think we had a little nuisance online today with us, so I will delete all of those comments. And thank you for practicing with me. Remember, send me a message, drop in the comments what postures would you like to go over. If there's anything you want to go over in detail, please let me know. We can do more of a workshop class and really break things down. Or if I know a lot of people are liking the Friday flow at the moment, so just drop me a little message, pop in the comments, what did you enjoy, what didn't you enjoy, what did you struggle with, if you want me to go into anything in more detail. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, fabulous week. Stay positive, stay healthy, stay happy. Until tomorrow, namaste. Thank you.